like, what is NTP?
NTP is a form of... Never mind. That was a rhetorical question, isn't it? Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Pony Tonight podcast, PFC podcast, whatever you guys want to call it. Doesn't really matter. The same shitty show, just under a different title. I'm here with the normal guests, crew, whatever you want to call them. Introduce yourselves. I'm still eating, so you know.
Jeez, way to go, Faith. Right. Hey, what's
Wow,
up,
Faith
guys?
has turned
I
into
hope
Sheldon.
you here.
Hi, my name is Shelly, and I'm a nigger.
There he is.
That is true. I mean, there's more than Sheldon, though. We got Cripple and Brony. We got, we don't have Maury. He's off doing Jewish things. I don't know what Jews do.
Go hang out with his friends in North Carolina or some bullshit like that.
That's just a cover for the Jewish conspiracy to make all white men cucks. But we got Briss in here. And Fatty. And that's it. Wow, we're actually pretty small tonight. That is weird. You know, we have like 7 people.
Fuck.
I said
Hey,
Corp.
that corp. Yeah, but I make it kind of bigger in here.
Corp bringing the big to the crew. So what's up, guys? How was your guys this week?
It was good. I am so full right now. I just kind of want to pass out right now. I am so full. I tried to eat all the pizza before we got here. I only had like 2 slices of pizza and like a water bottle, but not as the most I've ate in quite a while.
Oh man, you could have just downed 2 slices of pizza really quick.
That's what I was trying to do.
Faith, how much do you weigh?
How much do I weigh? I actually haven't weighed myself. I have been. I've gained a lot more muscle mass over the last like 3 months. I'm lifting a lot heavier now. I haven't maxed out my bench yet, but I'm getting a lot more swole.
What would you estimate you weigh?
I don't know. There's a scale literally 2 inches from me. Realistically, more like 2 feet.
I'm gonna say Faith weighs 110 pounds. Manlick confirmed.
Okay,
Little
yeah.
bitch.
All right, kid. All right.
Yeah, dude.
You don't even lift, Sheldon. Get out of here.
You're right, I
We
don't.
all know Sheldon is like a little 90-pound like mini man.
118 pounds, thank you.
Jesus.
Oh, get out
What
of here!
thank
Dude.
you. Estimate you weigh. Yes.
Sheldon weighs as much as I do. Shit.
Yeah.
118 pounds. Wow, we got 42 people. Be sure to like the video, by the way.
Bullshit Hickman says Applejack best pony. Dude, you're fucking right. You're fucking right, dude. Sorry. I had to say
The only difference between me and Sheldon, though, is that I lift furniture for a living, so...
Yeah.
You have
I
no
lift
excuse to
50-pound
be as
boxes
slight
of
as you are.
produce, so, you know.
I just lift weights, you know, like a normal person. I go to the gym.
You see, I don't even go.
I
that
lift
far.
slices of pizza.
I can't wait to show you guys my abs at Babs.
Dude, I want to see your abs, dude. They better be hard.
I mean,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna see his ribs. I don't know about abs, but you'll see ribs.
I mean, hey man, that works too. I'll play his ribs like the
Like a xylophone.
Like the xylophone,
His
yeah.
ribs like a xylophone, like in
Like
a
a
cartoon.
marimba, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Anyone have anything interesting actually happen to them in this boring life we live without ponies in real life?
I mean, I almost
Nothing.
died this week.
Did you? How? What happened?
Yeah, so I was working an overnight at one of the stores for my job, and we're doing this thing where we're completely rewiring like a whole bunch of shit in our store. So we got to cut this one wire, and I see that it's unplugged on the one end. So I'm like, all right, cool. Found that it was unplugged on the other end. What I thought was unplugged on the other end. So I'm going to cut it. I must have hit the ground wire, and the thing fucking popped in my hand.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, yo, I completely
Shit,
like
dude.
tripped the breaker and shit like that. Almost fucking electrocuted myself. My long ass hair went from hanging down to just like completely standing on its head.
I thought I have to be honest with you. I thought that was going to be a lot more interesting and dramatic.
Yeah.
Well, what, man? Then I cut a live wire and my hair went poof, and I almost
Yeah,
died.
that's
no.
pretty boring. Fatty. That's
Yeah,
boring.
that was pretty lame. Pretty lame. Would have been more interesting if you did die. Then we could milk those morning views.
dude,
Guys,
totally.
give a like for Fatty, Rip Fatty.
Yeah, I'm dead. Actually, I'm actually not.
I can't believe Fatty's fucking dead, guys.
I'm not a dude. I'm not, I don't like fucking dead corpses, Corb. All right, come on.
Yeah, you do.
All right, so are we gonna jump into a topic?
Let's get into
Are we
topics.
gonna go to the copyright one that we were talking about?
Well, hold on. There's some pony news. That we
Is there?
Right.
Yeah. Season 7 has a release date.
Dude, that's so old. I've made
Oh, come on,
so
that's like
many
less than a
I
week
made
old.
2 videos about that. And
Yeah, but nobody.
that
Yeah, but
is
your
so
videos are
old.
gay. Your
That
videos
is
are
so
shit.
old.
so
All right, guys.
okay.
For those of you guys who don't know, MOP was scheduled according to certain sources. We haven't gotten anything official from Hasbro
Zap
themselves,
to it.
but Zap to it hasn't been wrong that often. I don't believe. So they're saying that it's happening April 14th, or is it 15th?
I believe
The Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's the
Saturday or
14th or
Sunday?
15th.
I think it's the 15th. Let me see. 15th. Yeah.
Yeah,
Technically,
okay,
it
it's
comes
the
out on a
15th.
Sunday.
No, it's Saturday. But yeah, so it's happening whenever
Or maybe
that
it's
is.
the 14th. I don't. One of those 2 days.
No, it's the
15th.
15th. It's the 17th.
Yeah. Yeah,
15th.
okay.
It's Saturday.
Okay.
But anyways, it's coming out then. That's when the season premiere starts. As always, we'll probably have 2 episodes. We'll be streaming that on Millennium Theater. Be sure to stop by there. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, it's gonna be another season. They've already been pre-scheduled.
I
for
just want to
season
say,
8.
you should go to BerryTube instead because they're better.
No, they're not. They have lower quality. We
We'll probably
literally
be at
have
BabsCon.
we literally
We
have
will be,
direct
yeah.
1080p streams because we pay for it.
If you're at BabsCon, come find us, and we won't let you into the hotel room to watch it with us.
Do not
Yeah,
let
we're-
you. I wouldn't let these guys into your hotel.
Not at all.
That is no.
Yeah, if you guys show up at our hotel room at the HabsCon, we will
Yeah,
we
you
will
can
politely
fuck
tell you to
off.
fuck off.
Yeah, get the fuck. No, nobody likes you. All right.
If I was there, guys, I would shake all of your hands and take selfies with all of you guys and be really
then
nice.
fuck off.
These guys are just meaty bobinis, and that's
No,
why you
that's
should never
meaty
check out their stuff.
It's because the audience is always wrong, and they're parasites.
The audience is
as
always
Jesse Wood
right.
would say.
I love
they're
all my
always wrong.
subscribers.
Fucking idiots.
Fucking
Anyways, let's get on to topics.
The
Yeah,
other
really.
topic. So
Yeah.
what are we gonna? Which one are we gonna go ahead?
I don't
and
know.
tackle first?
People who are leading the podcast. What are we talking about?
I
don't know
mean,
what to
I'm
do.
leading it in the fact that I'm the personality.
All right,
that
so let's
drives
talk about
it.
some hot copyright shit then. In that case,
We could.
So,
I mean, what were we starting off with? Because
I
that
don't
was
know.
that was strictly from
Starting
the
off.
conversation. I guess I can give the background about why we got into that. So there's pretty much this
Yeah,
kid in the chat called, was it Alt?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
oh.
some gay guy in the chat.
He's in the
who,
stream. He's in the stream.
Yeah, he was complaining one day about the content that I make, and then I asked to see what he makes, and we go to his channel, and all he does is he uploads Game Theory's videos, a bunch of other channels' videos, and then he literally just takes their videos and re-uploads them and monetizes them. And he was saying that morally is okay because it's okay to steal from people who are rich. That was his thing. That's how he
really
justifies
essentially his-
movie piracy and everything like that. It is okay to steal from people who are already rich.
and then you tried backing it up by saying, "Oh no, it's totally okay to do that."
Well, it's interesting because the moral position isn't. It has nothing to do with the fact of one's wealth, right? Like the moral problem with it is disconnected from one's wealth. You know what I mean? So the reason that people would say that that's not a good thing to do is because you're taking possession away from somebody else, right? Or an object that they possess. In the case of theft, anyways. And that, well, of course, if you're an empathetic human being, that would be unfair because that person owns that property and they're just taking it. If someone were to do that to you, you wouldn't like that. You know, it's the same concept, regardless of wealth distribution, right? It's fairly
But he tried backing it up by saying, "Oh, the reason why he's doing it is because, oh well, I mean, they're already rich and stuff like that, so it's not exactly like it matters."
So he's saying that pragmatically, it wouldn't matter to them in terms of their sustainability.
But
right?
it does. It affects the little
it
guys.
does. But
And
that's
also-
not the point at the same
kinda,
time.
I also want to just tie this in because I see this a lot with the artists because of the recent thing with Jerry Pete and Smash Bits and etc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, artists will say, or certain people who call themselves artists, they'll be like, well, you need to give credit to every single thing that you do. You need to credit me and ask permission beforehand. But if you bring up the fact that they're not asking permission for the IP that they're doing derivative work off of, such as MLP, like Mad Munchkin does not go to Hasbro and ask specific permission, nor does she credit Hasbro in every video that she does. And it's like, well, it's okay because they're a corporation. And then I've had people on Twitter, like 2 people, I think, get upset because they were like, oh, well, you're not giving the links to the original source of the image on Twitter. And I'm like, but you're posting anime pictures. And their excuse is, but it's obvious that this isn't my picture because it's an anime picture.
And it's like, okay, so then why aren't you linking the artist then?
Yeah,
You've brought up a really interesting double standard, and I think we've already talked about this, but I guess I'll mention it again, especially surrounding the recent Pete drama. You know, the people criticizing Pete for not crediting a single artist, and a lot of them are content creators, or primarily content creators, or at least what I've seen, but they too themselves, like if you're gonna say you have to credit the artist, that means you should have to credit every artist out of every asset that you're using, right? And if you go on these people's videos, you don't see any of that. Usually, you see nothing
it's
at
like
all.
None of it is their original
So it's an
assets.
interesting double standard, right? Well, if you're going to proclaim this moral position so strongly, like, do you not follow it yourself? You know, it's an incongruency of character.
Well, I mean, like, but then you have to consider, is like, does that fall under the stance of the Creative Commons? And it's like, what?
Well, that's
what
another
is-
thing. Minty was messaging me, and he was telling me that, well, that artist, in the context of the Jerry Pete drama, he was saying, well, that artist's image has a Creative Commons license.
No, it does not by default.
Well, hold on. So I said to him, even if it did have a Creative Commons license, and you go on Creative Commons website, and it says that exceptions to copyright still apply regardless if you have a Creative Commons license or not. So, for example, fair use would still be applicable regardless of your Creative Commons license.
Yeah,
Right.
You can't
that's beyond the
circumvent that
point.
part of the law.
Right, exactly. So,
And also, even she's like, oh, well, it's okay for me to do this false claim because he does this too to other people. That's still illegal. You can't say, well, this person steals from other people, so it's okay for me to steal from them. That's not how the law works. You committed you submitted a knowingly false copyright claim. That was a legal action that you knowingly did, falsified. You've admitted that you did it falsely. And chats, if Jerry Pete was an asshole, he could pursue that. Now, would he? No. But I'm just saying that if he was an asshole, he totally could. He could even, because you have a YouTube channel, go through that channel, because he does have enough minutes to have direct connection to YouTube with an email. All you would have to do was explain the situation, provide the logs, and probably within 2 weeks, you'd probably get a strike on your channel.
Yeah. For the
earlier
most
we
part.
were talking about, though, because this devolved into something else, and we started
Well,
talking
yeah,
about
this-
ROMs.
Yeah,
and we got into
ROMs.
that, though.
Yeah.
And
Is it okay for you to pirate a game if you've
Well,
had
hold on.
that game as well? You know.
because we have to make a distinction, right? Because there's a difference between piracy, as in digital software, replicating software and sharing it, and tangible, the removal of tangible property from one's possession to another, which is theft, and that's usually what the courts differentiate the terms by,
Yes,
right?
what
Or
it really
the
comes down to,
whatever.
the big question is, let's say you used to own a Nintendo game, a Nintendo console, but both of them ended up breaking, so you go online to a site like coolroms.com, New Paradise, and you download the equivalent for free. Big question
Right.
is that wrong or is that right, coming from both sides of the stance? That's what we're going to try to argue here, is the main point.
Is
I
it
mean-
wrong to pirate? Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Is it in a different format? If it's in a
Well-
different format, then it is a different thing. And therefore, you did not pay for this different format of this product. Is it okay for me to pirate a Blu-ray version of a DVD or a DVD version of a VHS?
Well, here's what Fatty was saying, or I don't know, I haven't heard anyone say it yet, is that if I have a ROM, or if I have a Blu-ray or a DVD, and I want to put that Blu-ray onto a DVD, I have the legal right, if I bought it legally, to copy it onto a DVD.
right to
and watch
copy
it.
it onto for personal
That's
use.
totally
right,
legal.
personal
Personal
use,
use is
yes.
allowed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the question is, if I could have copied a ROM for personal use, which is legal, would it be legal if instead of copying it, I just went online and downloaded it? guess that's the question.
No, because
Technically-
that's a completely different thing. You no longer have the source material that you're copying.
What if I still have it though?
If you have the source material and you copied the source material, that's fine. If you have the source material and instead of copying it, you downloaded it, as long as that download doesn't have a signature, it's essentially, is it
So
enforceable? And I don't think that would be enforceable.
I don't know, because that's where it gets to a really big gray area, because I know a lot of larger companies are starting to do something like this now, where especially with a lot of their Blu-ray discs, they're actually putting in certain lines of code in there that specifies that, okay, if this code is to ever get removed from this disc or something like that, it correlates back to that actual disc now. As to where back in the day they didn't do that, they just put in like a company code or something like that, like kind of like what Nintendo did when they took down all of their ROMs and stuff off of cool ROMs.
You know what this?
Their company code
Sorry,
was in
Fatty.
their code. Yeah.
The whole idea of, let's say I have a Nintendo game, and then the cartridge fails after 20 years, and I say, damn, I really wish I could play this game again, and I own it. Would it be okay if I went online and downloaded a copy of it and played it? It seems fair because I bought the game at one point. I've exchanged my money for this product and I own it. But if you think about material products, look, if I buy a laptop, I have a warranty on that laptop, or I suppose I could purchase an extended warranty on that laptop. But if that laptop is broken after 20 years, or however long and after the point of the warranty expiration, I can't go to the manufacturer and say, give me a laptop.
Yeah, no. So
They're not
going
gonna
to. This
do-
all really comes to.
You know,
Like,
so
you've had the game, you've enjoyed it over 20 years. It's like you want to keep enjoying it. So they're really.
So it seems to me like the argument stems from this idea that one would want, what's the word? They would want continual use out of a product even long after it degrades.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
And-
the question would be then, what are you actually paying for? Are you paying for a physical item or the ability to play the game? Are those different,
I don't know, because this is where it gets to a really big gray area.
Well-
because you're looking at two different times of technology now. Back in the day, these were all on cartridges, where obviously as to now, you could just go on any website and download that and play it on an emulator on your laptop, and that will last you essentially forever, because that's not going to break.
Yeah, but that's different. The companies aren't sending you ROMs. You have the option now for digital download, but those two are limited to however long the servers are up. Essentially, let's say you buy a disc. What did you actually buy? Did you buy the disc that happens to contain the material of this game, and that's what you're paying for? The physical disc that simply came pre-packaged with this content on it? Or are you buying the rights to be able to use this content?
That's why there's exceptions as to where copying is fine for personal use, right?
No, they're not.
Well, what do you mean?
There are.
So if I buy a DVD and I copy it for personal use, I can't do that? That's illegal?
That's totally fine. Yeah.
Oh, so that's
I
well,
thought
that's
you
what I'm
meant there
saying.
were exceptions to the law that says you can't copy.
No.
No,
That's what I
not
meant.
that, no.
That's what I meant. Like,
But
I can do
beyond-
that thing.
Not
and
beyond
it's not
the
illegal.
obviously distribution portion of it. Not
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no.
But plus, I think nowadays when you buy a game, you're actually buying not only the physical media, but it also typically comes with a license. If you look in the instruction manual, there'll
Right,
be a
right.
license.
Well, and that's what I was kind of getting to, as to where now certain Blu-ray discs, they could go beyond just tracing it back to a certain company, but trace it back to an actual physical disc at that point. So obviously, if a larger company wanted to take the time and the resources to find out whether or not their product that's getting distributed online is the same product that like you have at your house, they could in theory do that now, but it's going to take so much time and so much money, it's not really worth their effort.
Yeah, but the thing, I don't know if there is a code for each individual disc. And if there is, now you have to track down between the distribution and the distribution center and the company. Now those two have to work together. Did the distribution company keep track of every single code of every single disc?
Yeah, exactly. Being like,
and
where did this
it's
shipment
just,
of discs go
is
to?
it
Where did this
realistically
shipment go to?
enforceable versus is it actually legal? and I don't think it's realistically enforceable. And a lot of times these people aren't going after individuals. When they go
No,
after
it's
people, they're
mainly
going
these
out.
big websites
Yeah,
and
they're
stuff.
going after websites. They're going after uploaders who are sending it to a bunch of people. Why get the people who are buying the drugs when you can take out the drug dealers?
Well, yeah, which is what cops do in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, they could pick off the people that are buying the drugs here and there and be like, hey.
But the
stop
main
doing
thing that they're trying to do is they're trying to remove distribution of the content. So it's not really enforceable to go, or feasible even in monetary sense, to go after every individual. But I still want to know though, what do you buy, just to keep it on the game level? What do you buy when you buy a game?
Well, so now that's where it comes down.
Well,
to
are you
digital
asking what do I buy
downloads.
if it's a digital purchase? Sure.
No,
Let's compare the two though. So let's compare now. You have obviously you're buying a digital purchase, which is clearly you're just buying the game, the content itself, compared to back in the day where you were just buying like the disc or the.
But digital purchase is still not the same. What I'm asking is, when you buy a game disc, when you buy the disc at store, you get Call of Duty here. What did you actually buy? Did you buy the physical media of the disc that so happens to have Call of Duty on it, or did you buy essentially a license to be able to play the game? Because that would ultimately be the justification of, I no longer have this disc, but at this point in time I bought the license, so it is okay for me to download another copy from a different site.
So
No. Okay, I purchased. I'll answer your question. I purchased the physical properties of that disc and the data on that disc, not so far out of the parameters of copying for my personal use.
No. Okay. When you buy a game or when you buy any media, what you buy is not only the disc, but you buy a license to use it for personal use.
Yeah, well, that's
the thing though.
you know.
So that's where some of these companies like Nintendo and Sony are in the wrong then, because then they're obviously, well, not that they're essentially in the wrong, but they're going after, I mean, these websites and stuff like that for taking down, basically the distribution of their media without offering.
But
that's hold on.
No,
Hold on.
That's illegal.
No,
Yeah,
but I'm not
I
done
don't
yet.
see
Hold on.
where the legal
This is the
thing-
point I'm getting to. So they're taking down sites like CoolROM, where they're obviously making that material available for these people again that cannot, get these older games. But at the same time, they're not providing these people who have clearly, if in the case where they bought the physical disc and then they have that license to play it, they're not offering them a way to then get that back again.
Okay, they don't have to offer away. Okay, first of all, the sites that distribute it. Now, this is usage, but distribution is clearly against the rules. You cannot distribute no matter what, so they're wrong. And Nintendo or whatever game company is not under any legal obligation to allow you to download the ROM. Like, that just doesn't exist.
So then they're not buying a license then, so they're only buying the physical
No, you're buying
media.
a license.
Well, you can't. Well, that's the thing. Then there's a huge gray area right there, because if I physically own a license and then I take this back to Nintendo and say, hey, my cartridge broke, my disc broke, I have the license clearly right here to play the game. You could check the code on this disc. Can I have another form?
You're out of warranty. Too bad.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, it's
you would
like
be out of a warranty.
if you buy a movie ticket, do you now get to keep on going back to that movie, or is
Right,
that
exactly,
for that one
exactly.
instance? You know?
Exactly.
Well, that's the
Well,
thing.
hold on.
See what it
The
would
whole
be.
thing.
But when it comes down to
it's-
gaming, though, it's like there never has been any established like timeline or anything like that about any of this stuff.
Oh
And
no,
that's
it
why Sony
probably is in that very large EULA and terms of service that you.
Well, hold
have to
on. Like
automatically
when I
adhere to.
buy something from someone else, depending on what it is, there's certain parameters of the game we're going to be playing or the agreement we come to, right? Like I can't step so far outside the bounds as to demand something that's clearly not obligated to me,
Yeah.
So you can't just be like, well, it's not fair, I want this. Well, generally speaking, that's not the rule. That's not how we operate. So too fucking bad. If I go to somebody and I buy a car from them and we completely agree that I'm going to buy the car and it doesn't work, I can't come back to them the next day and be like, what the fuck, you piece of shit?
yeah,
The
but that's
car
the thing,
doesn't
like,
work. It should work.
You're
buying
buying it with the
can't do
warranty
that.
though, or something like that, or with or without a warranty. In that case, it's like, all right, well, if you bought it with the warranty, then cool, I'll fix up the car, for however many years it's under
Well,
warranty. But if you buy it without
But
the
that would
warranty, it's
depend
like,
on the
holy shit,
agreement.
I
They
don't
don't-
of course.
Nintendo doesn't offer a lifetime warranty on games.
No,
Yeah,
of
there
course
is no
not.
lifetime.
Of course
warranty.
not.
But
Obviously, they
if
don't
you were
offer
smart
lifetime
enough up
warranty.
front to make a copy of your ROM, and then your game cartridge breaks and you continue to play the copy of the ROM, you're totally legitly
Right,
in
yeah.
the right.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as you're playing it on the actual hardware that was purchased.
Right. And
By the way,
that's all
emulators
another-
are questionable.
Right.
But are they questionable though? Because they're still
depends.
technically being made not by those companies. They're
But
being
it-
made
Yeah,
by-
but
No,
if
that's
they're
the thing.
using any of the copywritten
Well,
technology
obviously.
in the original console.
Yeah, you
they're
have to
illegal.
reverse engineer their consoles and the code.
Well, and
You're
that's what-
emulating the software in the system
Well, and
environment.
that's exactly what ended up getting all of the emulators also taken off of cool ROMs as well, because it wasn't
Of
just
course.
the ROMs, it was
Of
the
course.
emulators as well, where they were taking the code specific for that system and using it to obviously
Yeah.
emulate
Yeah,
the.
well, it's
the
like selling a
experience.
bootleg Nintendo console. You can't do that. It's
Right.
unlicensed. You can't just steal their stuff. Like, there's a difference between, I don't know, like Corp said, you have the disc, you're allowed to make your own copy, and then saying, well, it's fair use if I just took this disc, copied it 200,000 times, and put it out to the public.
Well, no.
And then
What was
ran
funny
ads
about-
on that site.
What was funny about the conversation earlier was like some people will take a ROM and they'll modify it just a little bit and
Yeah.
presuppose that
Yeah,
will be
yeah, so
sufficient to a fair use defense. That will
so
be
that-
enough.
that-
If
yeah,
I
so that-
change
that's
like a
what they
few
were doing.
pixels, add a couple screens from before the title or some shit, or if I just translate the whole game, that is sufficient. That will be fair use. Don't worry. Give me a fucking
Yeah, it's
break.
like they were caught on
Holy
there with a
shit.
whole bunch of ROMs that apparently they were trying to change the signature, the code of signature that Nintendo uses to basically backtrack all of their, their own and created content. And they basically tried to like break it up into like 9 or so different sections and then insert other code in there to make it look like, oh hey, this was our thing, this wasn't their thing. And they were totally able to.
You
re-put
can't,
everything
like, this
together.
is clearly Mario. This is Mario whatever. You can't just change. It's retarded.
No, Faith. It's completely transformative. I've changed a pixel, and that is
Alright.
my signature.
Well, hold on.
And everybody who looks at that knows that that pixel's not supposed to be there. So it's obviously not the original Faith. Everyone can discern that.
But wait, well, hold on. So
Yeah,
obviously we know that doing something like that is wrong. But I want to bring this into something that's a lot bigger, though, a lot bigger in the community, where it's so you got people now making fan games. So they're completely writing all this code themselves.
Illegal.
But it looks exactly like the other games.
Illegal.
That
It's too derivative. It's derivative. Now we're getting into.
But it's also
char-
trademarked. It's trademarked characters.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it could it be
But
confused
no,
with
these-
actual
they're
owned
making-
company?
But these people are making. the
Doesn't
sprites-
matter,
the sprites
Fatty.
from scratch. They're
Doesn't
not
matter.
copying the sprites.
It
Let him
does
finish
not
talking.
matter.
Let him finish
No, no,
talking.
hold on. So it's people who are making their sprites from scratch, making their maps from scratch, all the in-game code that allows the movement and the cap and
Okay.
like all just everything from scratch, and it's not an
Yeah.
exact copy. Obviously, like there's differences.
Okay. Let me. Okay. So if I have Flash and I decide to make a cartoon, and the characters I take exactly from My Little Pony, and they're similar enough to the designs of My Little Pony, and I compile together the show, and the setting is pretty much the exact same, except I made all the assets. Is that a fair use argument, Fatty? And I upload that, and I monetize it, and I make money from it.
But you
Or
don't
maybe
even,
I-
Okay, so
you
yeah,
don't
so
even
I-
have to look at it like that. The thing is, with fair use, there are certain
Yeah, I
parameters
know.
that are
I get
considered.
it. I get it.
Alright,
The
wait,
thing
so
is,
I
if
did-
you're making a derivative work, let's use Pokemon Uranium, which is a Pokemon game. It's all new assets, etc., new storyline. It's got Pokemon in the title, trademark, but it also could be confused with actual Nintendo properties. Nintendo has a clear case of this could be confused with our
But
actual content.
Is it right though that Nintendo took it down while
Yes,
it was not
yes.
being? No, hold on. Let me finish. While it was
All right.
not being monetized or them making any money off of it.
Money
This
is not a factor in
pure
fair
fan
use.
game.
No. So he's asking, is it wrong? Well, can we make a distinction between what's legal and illegal and what we think is morally right or wrong?
Yeah, because wrong. I could think something is right, but
It's
it
like,
still
cause
could
like the
be
people
illegal.
that made Pokemon Uranium, they worked on that for like what 4 years or something like that. Like they poured a lot of time. and
Maybe
money
they should have
into it.
studied copyright law before they did that.
That is true. I mean, Nintendo has a right to defend their own trademark stuff. They pay a lot of money. in these legal fees to trademark their stuff. They've gone through all the right channels in order to be on the up and up. Is it fair for someone else then to just take it and then complain that, oh well, now they're exercising their full legal rights against us? How is that fair for us? We weren't charging money. Yeah, it doesn't matter at that point.
I don't necessarily think it's wrong, especially if they're not making money, and I would say it's perfectly fine, like just from a moral position.
Especially since it would help out a company like, well, maybe Nintendo.
Well, it could help out a company, sure.
Their game.
Could.
It's like, hey, this.
Well, the question then becomes, do they even need the promotion at all?
Well,
and it becomes illegal. It becomes a legal nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, that's
because if something's in the game, like Nintendo would have to spend money to figure out what's in the game. If there's anything in there that makes their characters look some way they don't want them to look, if there's anything in there that goes against something they want to do, or maybe they've spent millions of dollars developing another Pokemon game, and this game's going to make the other one look different or bad, or it's just so many legal things start popping up.
So that was one of the whole main reasons why Pokemon Uranium got taken down so fast, is because obviously Pokemon was just about wrapping up development of Pokemon Sun and Moon, and that's what they wanted to be the #1 headline of Pokemon, not some fan game that some people made over here, because typically Pokemon hasn't really attacked a lot of these larger projects. I mean, they do take down a couple of them here and there, but when Uranium hit and then it went down like 2 days later, it was like a huge shocker. Everyone was like, oh my god, what happened?
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense because it's now hitting 2 of the points that you need for fair use. Two of the like 6 points. It can be confused. It can be. It can be confused for actual Nintendo properties. The effect on the actual rights holder, be it monetary or otherwise. You know, that's the thing. It's affecting. It could potentially affect the sales of Sun and Moon, and it is easily confusable with their original works, their actual.
I don't know. They're gonna argue it's easily confusable, but in reality, everybody that was downloading that knew it was a fan game.
But that doesn't matter. It's literally trying to emulate.
I know it doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter, but in reality, come on, nobody was fucking confusing that.
I don't know. You think that, but I would see people who
there's some stupid people out there.
Yeah, I think their criteria would be: would any reasonable member of the public be able to discern the difference and not get them mixed up?
Yeah,
well, yeah, and that's why that law. That's why that's in place there, because people would mix that up. You know, if you just went out on the streets and showed somebody a copy of Pokemon or Fire Red and Leaf Green and showed them a copy of Pokemon Uranium, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, they both come from the actual Pokemon conglomerate." It's like,
yo, y'all boys, I'm drunk as fuck. I'm just gonna pop into the podcast real quick and say I love all my fans. I love all the fans.
You have no fans. You have no fans.
Get out of here, Mario.
Yeah, Mario!
Yeah. All right, see you guys later.
All right,
bye. All right, so I think we ran the copyright stuff pretty good.
Yeah, that's enough.
Let's wrap it up with the gender stuff. Everyone's favorite topic on the internet is feminist, genders.
Gender. But equality.
There are only
pony a gender.
Equality.
There is pony a gender? There are only 3 genders to me. There are male, female, and waifu.
The binary only exists to oppress and marginalize, so anything can be a gender. That's what I say, dude.
Chad, put your sexual orientations and your gender identifications.
Yeah, come on, let us know.
In the chat. Go ahead, tell us. Are you Foxkin? Are you Fixkin? Or do you identify as an EQG character? Do you
identify as a dragon fruit?
Like, are you pansexual? Oh, wait a minute, that's not a thing.
I sexually identify as a millionaire, and if you don't all send me your money, you're keeping me oppressed.
Okay, so this topic came up. Somebody here in the chat was talking about they had a friend who was like a pansexual,
homo-romantic.
Homo-romantic. Yeah. And we were talking about how fucking retarded that was.
Wait, Woot Master says Fudas are the best.
Yeah, Woot. Yeah, man. But no, so first off, the thing that's wrong with that, Briss, is the pansexual part. There's The pansexual, there's no such thing as being pansexual.
Well, okay, so to me, like, what pansexual is supposed to imply is like you're into male and female, and you're also into people who are transgender. Like, that's what I think.
Yeah, that's
what I think.
But isn't it?
No, it's more than that. It's regardless.
Everybody, right?
Hold on. Let's properly define this. It's you're sexually or romantically attracted to anybody, regardless of their sex or gender identity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
The thing is, that's inherently.
Orientation, though.
If people do that for trans people, especially because that's actually what some people do, and yes, I do know who Black Junior XII is, but besides the point, because she said when we were in that chat, she said she specifically mentioned trans people. So did the other guy. I think that was, I don't know, the one annoying guy, Polaris or something. But the thing is, it's inherently then insulting to them because you're saying like you're not even a male or female. You're an other. You're an it.
Well, I think it falls apart because the whole thing is under the presupposition that there is more than two genders.
But also, shouldn't sexual orientation also be based upon sex?
Yeah, you have a
like there's only two sexes.
It should be.
Yeah.
Right.
If biology deemed that we needed a third sex, we would need a third sex for reproduction, but we don't.
We would have one. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So obviously, there's only two sexes. That's undisputable.
Obviously, it's the patriarchy keeping us all down.
Yeah, dude.
Did you guys all get your free money from the patriarchy for being men?
Yeah, I got my check a couple days ago. It's pretty good. Pretty good haul this week, boys.
I did not get mine yet. No, I still have to put in all that shit.
I'm never gonna get mine because I'm not privileged like the rest of you fucking faggots.
No, you're privileged. You're a white male.
But you're white. You're white.
Oh, so hold on. So that's great here.
So no, gay people are actually sexist. That is an actual thing in the feminist community. Gay people are sexist.
So Faith, I want to bring this up because it really fucking triggered me the other day when it happened. So let's talk about some privileges here. So what's up with that fucking like International Women's Day or whatever the fuck it was that happened like this past week?
There was an International Women's Day that YouTube was promoting.
I heard it was going on for a day, but it's been going on for like 8 fucking consecutive days in a row or something.
Or no, it's month. So isn't it a month?
I don't fucking know.
I think it's a month, maybe?
Yeah, March is Women's History Month, I think.
Here's what I want to know though. Why is there something like an International Women's Day? And that's obviously widely accepted. But if there was ever an International Men's Day...
Nope.
Come on.
There is.
Come on.
There actually is an International Men's Day, and it has been around for quite a while. It does not get mainstream attention, but there is an actual official National Men's Day.
That's the thing. Why would you promote one and not the other?
You can argue that the court of public opinion has stated that women are apparently more important in this regard, and therefore that is why they get more clout. The ideas were put out there into the public, and the public decided one was better than the other.
Whoa, hold on. So how are women more important though?
Well, Fatty, let me explain to you. Let me explain this to you, Fatty. Women are more important because throughout the ages, men have oppressed women, and the reason this is because men tend to take the lead, and men tend to dominate over women. And the reason men dominate over women is because actually, according to sexual selection, women are the creatures who choose the mate in the relationship, and thus men have to compete. And because men have to compete, and that kind of creates a proclivity to compete with other males and climb dominance hierarchies, that means that men kind of are in the forefront of the culture, right, in that kind of sense. So in literature, in art, in engineering, in sciences, that's why men tend to dominate in those fields. And of course, it can't be because of any of this sexual selection bullshit. That's not actually real. That biology doesn't exist. It's because Western culture is inherently toxic, Fatty, and specifically social hierarchy in culture is toxic. Now, that social hierarchy doesn't come out of biology at all. No. It comes out of Western ideals. And those ideals are really bad, like the gender binary. That's a really bad...
oh, yeah, that's a good one right there. Totally.
that's a really bad categorization is what I should say. And other kinds of categories. Categorization itself is terrible. So is hierarchy. And this is why cultural Marxism is right. And that's also why everything is relative. And that's actually more of a postmodern position. Everything is relative. There's nothing outside the text. Everyone is completely equal and the same. And the reason there are inequalities is because of the Western culture. That's the problem.
I mean, that's exactly what it comes down to.
So thus, women are oppressed.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Women are oppressed. We should all be milked for semen and our jokes.
Yeah, that's what it seems like men just are, right? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
We're all just semen demons.
Yeah.
There could be only one semen
we
demon.
should all be in that the rank for it.
Yeah,
I believe
totally.
Minty Root is the only semen demon.
He has to earn that title at Babs.
I mean, he kind of earned it at BronyCon when he decided to make out with everybody, but
I don't know. You gotta do more than that to earn that title.
I don't know, man. That was like Autumn levels of shilling yourself out right there, though.
How is that even close to Autumn levels? Autumn literally came into the room and was like, I will fuck everyone in the room. So
I mean, okay, you're not wrong.
So that's not Autumn levels.
No, I was just trying to compare with like the amount of people because Minty was just fucking going at it, yo. Like,
That's different than actually having sex with all these autistic bronies.
I think Mari was like, man, I can't wait to fuck Autumn again at BabsCon, dude.
Oh god, really?
Yeah,
Seriously fucking say that?
Yeah, he did.
What the fuck is Mari's problem?
I'm just sitting there going, good on you, man.
Is that the
All
only
right.
chick he's
I
ever
mean,
fucked?
hey,
Because TBH,
take what you can get, dude. Take what you can get.
Yeah, that was his first time that he likes herpes.
No, that is so fucking wrong, dude. Like, no.
Women are too mainstream.
Like,
It
I
wasn't
don't
his
go
first
to
time with a
BabsCon.
girl, but like I guess it was his first time like penetrating a girl.
Yeah.
Are you
Dude,
implying that
I
he's
don't-
been with men? It
Yes.
wasn't his first time with a girl.
Yes.
Dude, fuck, I don't know, man. See, that's the thing. I don't want to go to BabsCon, and my big thing that I'm looking forward to is fucking some tramp. It's like, nah, dude.
Wow, that's
that's not why I go to
rude,
BabsCon.
Fatty. You called her a tramp?
It's not. Is it wrong though?
No. She'd be so mad if she heard this.
Nah,
should
man,
say
Come on,
that
she
to her.
self-identifies as the PFC's cum bucket. Give me a break.
we titled her that.
But she
She
never
would-
removed it.
She loves it, and she would be honored if you called her a tramp. She would be like, yes, that is accurate. I agree.
Like, yes, I do go around and like to sleep with many men. Thank you.
She
for
does.
pointing
She
that
says
out.
it all the time. All the
Yeah.
time.
Every time she
Fucking
fucking
right.
comes in the chat, it's like, hey guys, I'm sleeping with this new guy now, and it's like, oh, congratulations. It's like, what do you want do you want another condom or something? Or like, you
Hey.
good?
Guys, give this video a like, by the way. We should have more likes.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Might as
smash
well
that
save this
like
fucking
button.
like in talk for like the PFC like after dark.
Yeah, I
Right.
guess that's true. It is kind of PS.
Are we going to do a Q&A?
Sure. I guess
Q&A.
we'll answer your guys' questions for the last little section here. All your autistic desires will be.
Anything you
Done.
want. Nothing's off limits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. Go ahead, guys.
anything and
If you can
everything.
tag it with the Q and brackets, like I'm about to show example, tag the Q.
Question: where's Chef?
Have you guys seen Chef?
I don't
Yo,
know.
have you guys seen Chef?
Yo, Briss, have you seen Chef?
I don't know, Hagalas. Have you seen Shep? You can't respond to me, but you're here.
All right.
Oh, I don't know, Briss. Have you seen Chef?
There's more than 14 likes, but yeah, just keep on liking. I feel ancient as my what?
What?
I feel dumber for reading that comment. Shadow treats.
Yeah,
Yo,
seriously.
What
the
if a woman
fuck?
forces you to have sex that is called rape? It's not a question. That's
So
called
hold on.
rape.
So
Well,
there's
hold
been
on.
some
I
court-
can
so
answer
there's
this. I
been
mean,
some
if
court
she's
cases
hot
here,
and I want to
though.
have sex with her,
Then it's
yeah.
not
I mean,
forced. Then
obviously.
she's
No,
not
no,
forced.
That's
say-
true. It's not forced. I
So
guess. at that
there's
point.
been some court cases in which women try to basically say that no, they wanted it because they were erect.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
that's
I
so
forgot
dumb.
about
That's
that.
like saying, well,
But
yeah, that's dumb.
The case though was thrown out on the guy's side though, basically saying it wasn't rape because he was erect and he obviously enjoyed the sex.
Yes, I wake up with an erection, and that automatically means that I just want to pound some pussy immediately. It couldn't be because like my body is repairing tissues and releasing testosterone, and that causes a man to have an erection.
It's definitely rape though, but I just wanted to point out that historically in history, it was fucking. Apparently, it's not.
Yeah, well, it is today. If you went to court today, it would not. That would probably not happen.
I don't know.
What would you do for a contact? But Count, get out of here.
Yeah, seriously, Count.
Staff Dog asks, how did you all meet? Like MEAT, meet.
I don't really like meat. I'll eat chicken.
So this is what happened. So this is what happened, Staff Dog. We all whipped our dicks out one day in a Skype call, and we decided to try and have a sword fight, but it didn't really work out. So Sheldon and I just ended up making out on Faith's live stream one night. That's exactly how we meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want a serious answer, we all met years ago because we all got into My Little Pony, and if we were to give you all the fucking details, we'd be here for 2 hours. So.
I will say this: Sheldon had to drag me into the PFC 5 times. I want to say. I kept on.
I dragged you in the first couple times though.
You guys kept on re-inviting me because Skype will let you auto-add someone, and so it would just keep on adding me to the group.
Yeah,
I added you once, like the first time, because I found you in fucking Rainbow X Dashies group or something.
Oh yeah, I was there.
Faith was not down to hang out, and it took some convincing, but
I still regret it to this day.
That's good. I regret knowing you too. I hate you. MJ Jerspauza, or whatever the fuck your name is, says, how does it feel that the CIA is searching for your gay horse memes? And I have to say that I'm in complete support of the CIA's proposed structure for meme warfare center.
Yeah, you
totally down with it.
Hey, yeah,
definitely down with it. I think it's great. I think a really great way to infiltrate the individuals of your country is to change the culture directly. That's much more effective, definitely. So, all for the meme warfare center. Full support.
Right. Let's go total
full support, dude. Let's go all the way.
Nuclear war.
How do I become 20% cooler? Cut off your penis and or vagina.
I mean,
Axel asks, "What is hard and hair?" I'm not reading this. This is dumb.
Wait, what?
Shut the fuck up, Axel.
What's that question?
Axel, stop being a dumb cunt. Holy shit!
I'm ignoring the counts.
That Kingdom Hearts character.
Axel, yeah, Axel's cool, dude.
Oh wait, hold on. So
that
here's
Axel is cool.
Wait, no. So here's something interesting back from Frostbite again about the whole if a woman forces you to have sex thing. So basically, it's if a woman forces you to have sex to get hard, is it okay because you release your pleasure?
Wait, what?
So
what?
No, because
what is the comment? I don't know what he's
asking. Because the mechanism behind me getting an erection and orgasming is not necessarily 100% tied to my conscious desire to want that to happen. Right?
Yeah, that goes back to basically Sheldon saying, like, if he wakes up in the morning and has a boner, it's like he didn't want that or plan that. It's just there. It happened.
It's like sexual stimulation can occur regardless of or not if I want it or not, right?
It's like, so basically that goes back to human nature. If you really want to go that far into it, it's like human nature is, yeah, obviously a male is going to be attracted to a female is going to be attracted to a male, and thus that stimulates the hormones in the bodies to release, and that's what makes her penises erect. That's what
it's more like the autonomic nervous system.
Yeah,
right?
It's simply because of the stimulation. It's not necessarily linked there, because
it's like reflexes. Like it doesn't matter if I don't want you to hit my reflexes, you hit them, and I'm gonna reflex.
Because females will lubricate themselves during rape, so it doesn't. It's not a. It's not an argument. Also, someone says,
up a bit too.
"What is your favorite fetishes besides ponies?" By a hobo.
Besides ponies, I mean, I like lolly.
What? Wait, are we about to have what's his name? Yianopolis?
Yeah, I'm into scat here? Actually. I like scatological lolly.
Oh god.
Oh god. Next, what do we
think about the new Samurai Jack? Did we miss it? No, because
it's not
on yet. It should be on like, oh my god, either in a half hour or an hour. Fuck.
New Samurai Jack.
Yeah, we gotta end this thing like really soon.
Time.
Like really fucking soon.
Air. Date.
So while
Why
you're,
would you
so while
want to
you're
watch
looking-
some stupid ass cartoon?
What do you mean some stupid ass cartoon? Fuck off, Cork. Samurai Jack is great. Dude, man, that show was great back in the day, and then just the fact that they're bringing it back again, hell yeah, dude.
What did the
Good
fuck?
on.
Oh, it's
back in the
11:30
day?
p.m.
Oh, it is? Alright, it's cool. So we still have a lot of
Yeah, that's like a while from now, dude. We should all watch it together. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What
we
does
need to
back
find
in
a
the day mean
stream.
anyway?
That show came out in 2001.
Back in the day.
It's sure. We'll
Shut the
have to
fuck up,
find a
Corp.
stream.
Like, you're
Man,
old.
Corp, that's back
You're
in
you're
the
Oh,
old.
yeah.
You're all owed to me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're 14.
Yeah, you
years
are
old,
12.
Faith. Yeah.
I can't scroll up in the chat. It's a fork. Count and Axel. You're both bad.
Yeah, seriously,
You
you
should
got.
feel
Axel,
bad.
it's a fork. Are you coming on to me or something? That's fucking weird, dude. You
So
need to not. do that.
here's a dumb question by Mika YTRBLX. What is behind on U and N in the end?
What?
What?
What is behind on U and N in the end? I don't
Whoever that is should kill
What?
themselves.
Behind on you and then.
Yeah, hold on here. I'll post it in chat so you guys can
Yeah, I
actually
see. He retyped. I don't.
Like, I don't get that one. So,
How
I
are
don't
you
know.
guys doing this and the voices too and everything else? Marissa Brenner wants to know. We're doing it because we held Satan. This is actually a satanic ritual.
Wait, so
That's
is
how you're
Marissa
hearing
asking-
us.
Wait, hold on. So is Marissa asking how we're doing it or why we're doing
No,
it?
how are we doing this with our voices and everything?
Oh, yeah. So this is all Satanism right here. So basically, the devil himself is allowing us to focus our inner thoughts into this one giant channel that we then swoosh and put together, and it goes right up on YouTube because we all know that Satan controls YouTube. That's
All right.
exactly.
Am I the devil? Am I the
No,
devil?
you're just
Am I the devil?
you're
No,
just
but
Am I the
Sheldon-
devil?
Sheldon,
Am I the devil? Am I the devil? Am I the devil?
Oh my
Am I
god!
the devil?
Shut the fuck up!
All right, let's end it with if you could remove one character from the cast. He said burn. Who would it be? But who? If you could remove
Fuck
someone,
you, Faith.
I think I would.
Fuck you, Faith.
Yeah, I'm not listening to your gay rules. End the podcast.
No.
End it.
That's just no. That's their
End it
question.
now.
That's their
I
question.
don't give a shit. Fuck
Hey.
this
You
guy.
can't
His
rem-
questions are shit.
No,
I know
just
what Faith is
answer-
gonna answer.
Just
I know what
answer-
Faith's answer is.
Just answer the question. It's if you could remove one character from the show, who
If I
would
could
it
remove
be?
one?
And I would say obviously Twilight.
Fuck you, Faith. That's why I've been saying fuck you.
So if you guys could remove one character, who would it be, guys?
I'd remove Applejack.
I'd move Trixie
That's okay. I still have
I'd
Sunset.
and
remove none of
Sunshit
them.
Shimmer.
They're all perfect.
Corp,
They're all
only one.
perfect in every way.
No, Corp, you could only remove one, so pick one. It's either Trixie or
Sunshit Shimmer.
You're
Sunshit
gay.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
there you
'cause you're
go.
gay. She's
They're
the
all
best
perfect and
character.
beautiful, and I love them all. And you people are
Oh my
horrible.
God. All
We
right,
don't
so I
have
think
a
we're
faithful
done with
philosopher.
this.
They're all bad. Anyways, guys, that has been the PFC Pony Tonight podcast for whatever day it is, March 11th. We
Yeah,
do it
March
like
11th,
every
yeah.
Friday, either from 9 to
Saturday,
9:30.
dude.
Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. Whatever. We're gonna have to move that to Friday, by the way. I won't have time when the season goes on to do it on Saturday. I will be editing everything. But yeah, so we'll be doing this Saturdays from 9 to 9:30. That's when we'll start. We'll go for like an hour or whatever, you know. So
However
be sure to
fucking long we
subscribe
want.
if you guys want to see more, or don't. We don't really care. But yeah, it's been fun, guys. And we'll see you next week, I guess. If you're not dead.
Yeah, please.
Anything else you guys want to plug or something?
Kill yourselves.
Yeah, I can agree.
Yeah.
I don't want any of you to watch
Go
anything
to
I
hell,
do.
faggots.
Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to, watch PFC Plays, because it's really not cool.
It's really
Yeah,
not
it's
cool.
literally
to
the
watch.
worst Let's Play on the internet.
Yeah.
Watch the best, worst Let's Play on the internet.
Alright, guys, we'll see you next week.